We're going live. Okay, guys, we are live. Hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth episode of the UnTacticos, where we are going to discuss Arsenal's recent run and how they have been performing. I'm Jito, Joviho next. I'm with
Hello, I'm Ganesha at I am Ganesha on Twitter.
This is Raman Dum Shiramani on Twitter or X.
Super. So, starting with Arsenal's form, like against Newcastle, West Ham, and our game against Olympiacos. Guys, your thoughts on the games so far?
I think it has been I think the last game might give us a different kind of perspective. It was a very smooth sailing, 2-0, 2-0 victory. Same with the other game before that, Olympiacos game, 2-0 victory. Very smooth, very professional in terms of the way it moved. We were there. We were aggressive in the first half. We were more conservative in the second half. Like, this is what a proper champion team does, and I think that's something that has been evident, and that's been a progress over the 7 games in the Premier League and the couple of games in Champions League. And we can see the team is now more stable. Of course, the injury curse is not breaking, and we keep suffering injuries each game during the game. But I think the big takeaway for me is we this season already we had a tough start. Everybody was expecting us to struggle in the beginning and then pick up. But I think we have come through that initial phase relatively unharmed. We have won at a couple of places where we generally drop points. Old Trafford, St James's Park. We generally drop points there. But surprisingly, we have done well and we are finding ways to win. Of course, we are not at our fluent best still. We are missing some of the key players. I certainly miss Kai Havertz. I think looking at the initial thoughts on even on Gyökeres, I thought he could have got more time to maybe bed into this team, understand the league better, and then the flow, and maybe start off the bench initially and then come on. But unfortunate injuries to Havertz, and we didn't have Gabriel Jesus also, so that kind of affected. But I think still he is our top scorer. I don't have many concerns there. I know that a lot of people on the internet are already starting to question the signing, but I think it's early. I think we have been harsh earlier with people like I think Darwin Nunes, Hoyland. All of these we expect a lot from them in the first season as soon as they come into a new league. But I think sometimes we just need to give them some time to click. It's a good team. Eze is doing well in the 10 role. Martinelli is picking up form. So I'm not so worried in terms of attacking. And I just want to mention one simple point, and I think that's been the highlight for us this season so far. Defensive unit, we are the best in Europe. I think we we make sure that there are like the XG against us is also such a low XG against us considering we have played seven games. I was looking at the stats. I think the only good teams right now in Europe are Milan and AC Milan and Bayern Munich. But again, they played less games than us. So I would just say we are doing excellent, and our defensive unit is kind of giving us the solidity to go forward and express ourselves better.
Super. Raman, your
After,
thoughts on the
after
game?
this Man United victory over Sunderland, no, many of these United supporters came out with chest saying that we are back. Can we say we are back, or are we still like
I,
in the handbrake of process? I think I think,
And
I think
we
we're
have
back.
been back for a while now, to be very honest.
Yeah,
It's
see, see,
just,
see. This is what I want to tell the people.
yeah,
That we're back.
it's just that sometimes you're unfortunate with the results, like the Liverpool game. It was a game any side could have won. It was a game going towards a draw, but then Soboslai did what he did,
yeah,
and
Fair.
that's been basically how we have been performing season after season. That's
That
our
is
luck.
something.
Either it's the players or the refs or whoever.
Hmm. No, but that is something I mentioned in the last in our last video that It doesn't matter if we lose our head-to-head with Liverpool or even the draw with Man City. You see, it doesn't matter because after 7 games we are top. Maybe by, albeit by 1 point, but then we are top. My thing is, we even Gyökeres, he's not play. People are complaining that he's not scoring goals and whatnot. Bloody hell, he's doing so much, so many things that are key to our attacking phase. Again, you said
We'll come
something
to the
about Howard,
Gyökeres.
right? You said
We'll
something
come to
about
the
Howard.
Gyökeres part in a
Sorry.
bit. Like we'll come towards the
No.
previous part in a bit.
I'm just trying to say something.
Fair.
I'm not talking particularly about Gyökeres. I'm just saying that we have come to a stage where there are still levels to go, and yet we are scoring goals. We are creating chances. Forget about conceding goals. We are not even conceding chances. So yeah, I think we're in a fantastic place.
True.
Correct.
Yeah, even the Newcastle game, it was a lucky win to be very honest. Like we got it at 90+6. So and
I,
what
I
about a
think
position on
the
yeah.
goal against us again, I think it was a very unusual mistake by Gabriel. I still think that he was too weak to fall there. He just felt the push and he just dropped it. I would have had he stood up. I maybe the goal could have been prevented. So but again he bounced back. So I have to give him the plaudits where he bounced back. He has that in him. I rate him higher than Saliba in terms of his leadership skills and defensive. When I combine both, he is more of a leader on the pitch. So
True. I think all three games we are more or less dominated. So there's like not much difference in the three games, right? Like the
I
Newcastle,
just had
Olympiacos, and the rest.
I have just one question for both of you. Like, do you feel that the way we are dominating these games, especially the last two games, Olympiacos and West Ham, the way these are the teams that we're supposed to beat, we are beating them. Are we becoming a little bit, because a lot of people have criticized our football, kind of boring football. Are we becoming boring? Because just as a third person viewing it, not non-fan viewing the match, because we are winning the game that we're supposed to win and just relaxing and putting the handbrake, releasing the handbrake off at the right time.
Well, we have some people who are actually harambol enthusiasts, so it's subjective, like who enjoys it and who doesn't enjoy it. Like if someone is watching it from a tactical point of view, then they will probably enjoy the game because defensive or not, it doesn't matter to them. In the end, it's just the points that matter. But then there are
Correct.
some who want to watch liquid football, right? They can't see a team like if you're taking it to the final third and then playing a back pass and then recycling the attack, then those people would definitely not enjoy the game. And that is happening throughout the 90 minutes, which is basically how we play from often. So I mean, if you ask me, I think sometimes the games are boring, but I think in the end, it's the points are what matters. Raman,
Exactly, and this is what champions team do. I think to win the league, we need to be confident and we need to lead.
yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah, go on,
yeah.
Raman,
Go
if
on.
you're saying something.
Sorry. Go on.
No, I'm done.
Okay. See, again, I want to point out something in the West Ham game as well. Like West Ham, we conceded that first minute corner, right? I
Yes,
think I think I think I think
yes,
that was their only clear cut chance
correct.
in the game, and
Yeah,
that the same can be said about the Olympiacos game, and then the second half after 60 minutes at Newcastle. See, my thing is like what you were talking about haram ball and everything, right? The the stupid notion of Arteta is a defensive coach and whatnot, whatever shit they can talk. In fact, right now we are at a stage where Liverpool are bloody bottled a 5 point lead, and the criticism is on Arsenal.
Yeah,
What is this,
yeah.
yeah.
right?
That's always
Anyway,
there.
I know, but I can understand constructive criticism, right? But then this is going beyond the point of being ridiculous. It's just that let's just find this, let's just find that. I remember, I'm not even kidding. I remember that first game against Man United. Gyökeres was criticized for going out wide and crossing it to Martinelli. He can't do that
He
apparently because he's a striker.
he
Anyway,
is criticized even now. Now we have already seen the 004 memes coming up, but then we'll get to that like in a
what
bit. Like
004?
the
He
whole
scored 3 goals.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
our top scorer actually.
Like, but his recent form, like based on a recent form, they are like I've
Yeah.
seen some people with the 004
I think I have a
memes.
couple of points to share there when we get into that section, like about
Yeah,
specifically. If we are getting to that, like, I can maybe share a couple of thoughts there in terms of what.
we are definitely getting to the Gyökeres part in a bit. I think this part we just covered. You can't even see Gabriel with five Newcastle players and he still scored. Oh, right. Okay, Gabriel is in middle of all those Newcastle players and he scored.
What was good about this one, if you see the entire the goal scored, is is the excellent position that William Saliba is taking there. I think
Mhm.
he is just before the ball is kicked, he is actually behind Pope, and then as the
Right.
ball is
Yeah.
being kicked, he comes in forward, he blocks Pope's way forward. Pope, as a good goalkeeper, top goalkeeper, tall goalkeeper, he wants to go and punch it or push it outside this zone. He's not able to do it. Now he's in an awkward position, and by the time the ball comes in and Gabriel scores, Pope is in no position to save the goal.
Right. True.
You know what else is funny about it? You remember when Voltemada scored, Gabriel Gabriel went down. Had
Yeah.
Pope went down, had Pope gone down, no, the goal would have been ruled out.
Because Saliba's push or Saliba
Yeah.
being obstructing it.
So
Yeah.
we got a Lord Pope. Give him a salute. Thanks, man. You didn't
Even the
really
second
rule it.
goal, I think Pope was he was being aggressive and trying to go for the long ball to Elanga, and that kind of again it didn't go through perfectly well, and it went on Arsenal player and it was recycled back, and we scored after that. So
Yeah.
this is crazy actually. The Pope helping us.
Move, Moving to the next one, Fury. Obvious. Man, this guy is crazy. I've never seen a left, like, I can't even call him a left back. It does not have a
What
fixed
do you
position.
call him?
He's
What do you call him?
floating left back. Floating, I
Free.
don't know.
Free back.
This guy, I mean, just look at it. He has played out towards the right hand side as well. I could see him often during the game. He was taking up the defensive midfield duties, like uh, towards the right hand side, and it was like crazy. And our defensive unit is so strong. Like even with three at the back, we are secure. Like we have Zubimendi or Rice who can uh, fall back and cover up for Calafiori if he's like up front. So it's crazy like how good we have become. And having this guy in the team is like crucial. Like there were some people who I'm not naming the guys who were like Calafiori is yet another Kivio he will not thrive at who will not
And
thrive at who will not thrive in the left back position. He is better in the centre back position, but some people have just gone silent now. Like they're not talking anything about Calafiori.
and by the way, just to highlight, Kivior is also has I think three or four clean sheets in a row now for Porto, so he's also doing
Four,
very well there. Four,
four, five.
Yeah.
five, I think. I think it's five now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Five.
Hmm.
I think this is
It's
the
crazy.
Arsenal DNA, yeah? Keeping clean
And
sheets everywhere.
Yep.
it was the same even when Ramsdale was there because I remember there was this one game he mentioned something that it cost me my damn clean sheet. He had passed a comment, something like that. So it has been the same for like a long time now.
I think for
Raman, anything to add?
Calafiori, what
Yeah.
what what I find fascinating for Calafiori, apart from his awesome good looks, is that I think, and this is tactical as well. Like Arteta is giving, he's built he's saying this is the white sheet that you have to draw, and then he's allowing players to go and express. Some of the players who are like Calafiori who want to express and who can go forward and roam around. So he's giving the freedom within this boundary, and I think Calafiori is just really exceeding in that. I think the whole fact that we are not seeing MLS play at all
Hmm.
is, and he's keeping him on the bench. I don't know how it's
Even
going to the pecking order be once Hincapie comes in. Because I think
yeah,
I would put Calafiori, Hincapie, and then MLS. Maybe MLS we can use him in the midfield.
even for the Italian national team, they were saying things like we lack players with personality, and Calafiori is like that guy with personality. So before we signed him, so yeah,
No, but see,
that's
I don't want to judge. Sorry,
yeah,
I just want to
yeah, yeah,
say
good.
something about Calafiori. The thing is, I don't want to judge him how he plays for Italy because the role at Arsenal is very hybrid. It's not like you said, like I watched him a couple of times pop on the right wing. Right, he was on the edge of the box. The thing with
Hmm.
him is, he is what Guardiola was supposed to be,
Yeah.
but he's not. I mean, Guardiola is not. I think over the last 2 years, Guardiola is very limited to what he does, either as a centre back or as a left back. So it's become like very one-dimensional kind of thing. But Calafiori is, I think this he has the defined free role in the team. That's what I feel more
Hmm.
than any other player. Anyway,
True.
continue.
True.
Yeah. Moving on to the women's game, actually. We actually lost against Lioness, but then thing is that Lioness is actually last year's, like the actual informed Real Madrid. They are actually the men's Real Madrid equivalent of the women's team. That's what people were saying. So, I mean, we did beat them during the last year's Champions League, but then, yeah, last game we lost. Did any of you guys follow the game by any chance?
Yeah, I did. I think that's because I think that I was a little disappointed in the way we approached the game. I think we still maybe a hangover from prior season. We are still not over it. We have signed a lot of good players in, but I think
Right.
we're still early part of the season. But I'm not happy both in the league and in the Champions League the way we have started. We need to assert ourselves. Something that I'm missing, but I hope that
Mhm.
the team starts to click. Right now, I don't see there's something that is missing. I think in terms of especially in the defensive unit. I don't know
Right.
what's the issue there, but yeah, again, I would still say that maybe it's the captain that was missing. We are seriously missing leadership there, but I think we have the attacking prowess. So I hope that we come across a little bit more aggressive and try to outscore the opponent more often. Right now, again,
Right.
we're still in that old zone where we are trying to be conservative and trying to score on the counter. Something that
Yeah.
might change.
Exactly, Honey. Like you mentioned, the women's team will definitely come back, and we do trust Rennie. Even Rennie, I mentioned during the what ceremony was it? Ballon d'Or ceremony. She mentioned that we have to back women's sport more, and we have to like get in more funding towards it and all that, which is a topic for probably our next stream or something. This is a it's good to see how well women's football is actually progressing, like compared to the last years, and now there's a lot of interest. People are talking about it. There are more viewers and also investment coming in, which is actually very good to see. And
Yeah.
also in the same window, they have broken the record transfer like I think so twice. One is Olivia Smith, obviously, and the Chelsea player. I actually missed the name. And then Chelsea signed a player for 1 million, so it's great.
I think
I think
one important thing is we have moved to Emirates this season. Maybe that's something that new plays that we are playing as a home games. We have a good record till now. We're not lost, but again, playing a new pitch is again a challenge.
No,
When
this
we
was
moved
at
from
Meadow
Highbury
Park.
to sorry.
This one was at Meadow Park.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that we still have a good record in the league. Even in the league, we
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
not. I would still put Chelsea as the favorites right now to win the league, the
hmm,
way they're playing. But yeah, something it's always when you move to a new pitch, it's always a challenge. We had a challenge when we moved to Wembley from Highbury. We could not replicate the same performance that we had at Highbury when we moved to Emirates. I think the women's football also might take some time to adjust to the pitch.
speaking of Wembley, we might be moving to Wembley very soon because they are planning to renovate the
See,
street.
the
Yeah.
problem with these Telegraph articles, they just like give you some bullshit speculation. All right, some
Yeah.
weird thing. I don't think like for like increasing 10,000 stands. I don't think we're gonna move like Tottenham moved there because they were bloody building a new stadium. But
Hmm.
anyway, I have this the Arsenal women. I think
Hmm.
they are having a Liverpool season so far.
Yeah,
You know, they started off something very similar to Liverpool. Winning dodgy wins, whatever, and then like now they're like anyway. But I hope they I
There's
hope
a
they
long
come.
season ahead. I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. We'll see how it goes. Moving on. Oh man, best player, Gabriel Martinelli has formed. Like literally a month back, me included, we were like, okay, I'm really not sure about this guy. Uh, we have to like maybe we have to move on and something. But then now look at him. Look at Gabriel, how he has like what he has done the last 1 month.
I think me and Ganesha kept had a lot of faith in him. No.
Yes. I think we have been very positive about we say just saying wait, let's not jump to conclusions there.
Yeah.
But I think here if I just combine Gyökeres, the presence of Gyökeres and how he is taking at least two defenders with himself, then what that has done is I think both Saka and Martinelli are relatively more free now. The Olympiacos game, let's be frank, I think that was the Gyökeres goal. It didn't go
Hmm.
in, and then he had to tap in, but you can see the impact a good number nine can bring to the game by pulling the. See, he's physically strong. Gyökeres is pulling the couple of defenders towards him, and that is giving the freedom for other two to express themselves. And I think we're going to see more of these going forward, attacking wise.
Right. We have two.
I'd like to answer this guy, Sankalp.
Okay, there's more two parts that he has added. I'll just mention those parts as well, and probably
Yeah,
then we'll
please.
answer. This was the
Yeah.
first message. Second one was this one. We already see more what
Hmm.
verticality, but
Hmm.
somehow it hasn't helped Gyökeres. How do you see how preferred attacking lineup, assuming Ode is fit, as a left wing or LCM? And his third comment was, who do you think will be our top three finishers, and what can be our GA goal assist expected from them in the Premier League?
Right.
Okay, shoot.
So we can talk about the attack as well as combine the Gyökeres thing into this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can do that. See, my thing is our attack should start from a midfield, right? In the sense that how
Sure.
we are set up in the midfield. The last 30 minutes of the Newcastle game showed me something that I have not seen this season. Having a different midfield trio of Rice, Odegaard, and Eze. Right? He tried to replicate that in the latest game, the West Ham game. But see, even with Zubimendi coming in, right? He said something about verticality. The problem last
Yeah.
season and the season before was like Partey used to provide that verticality, but then that's
Right.
about it. We were not. We were kind of. I felt we were kind of one dimensional in what we were doing. But now with Zubimendi, Rice assuming a different role, slightly different role, we are all over the pitch. Doesn't matter right, left, and then the factor about Gyökeres. Gyökeres comes in. You know this guy called Rory Talks Football.
Hmm.
Rory talk football. Rory went on a stream and he said something like, which is very valid. Yeah, he said Gyökeres and Havertz are not very dissimilar players, but when Havertz stretches the defense, he usually carries like one defender with him. Gyökeres is carrying two,
Two.
and it's
We'll get to
creating.
this. We'll get to this.
Sorry.
We'll get to this. I have the exact image as well. Joker is
Yeah,
carrying
yeah,
two
okay,
E2.
okay, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. So my point is, even right now, I feel our attack has not clicked yet. Yet we are performing well, and there are levels to go. As a Martinelli, even Trossard is bloody coming into form. I think we need to keep him angry for some reason.
He
And
is
then
the
yeah,
clutch player. Like there's no other way to describe him.
Clutch
He's
player.
like sometimes he's not in form. If bring him on in the second half, we need a goal. He'll play that goal and he'll rest or something. Yeah. Go on.
and for the top three finishes, I really don't have an answer. I really don't know.
We probably will
Uh,
end up with Rice with the same number of goals as Rice or Gabriel with the same number of goals as let's say Eze or Saka. That's how uh, we are going.
I think
That's how the
right
team is.
now, right now we have so Gyökeres is at 3, and I think we have Timber at 2. Then we have
Timber two
Zubimendi at
base.
2, and then I think we have Saka at 2, and Saka has played less games obviously, so that's kind of that will keep adding. For me, I
Even
think I will
Zubimendi
still
has
think
two.
I think we'll still see Gyökeres topping it, and then there would be Saka and Martinelli. I think and that's a good split. But I think one player we are in our attack that we should mention is the positions that Urian Timber is taking. I think he's been the player of the season for us so far in the last 7-10 games that we have played. Both defensively, he was always solid, but now with the attack, if you
Right.
see, he's taking up those edge of the box positions, which is and his
Hmm.
Zubimendi seems to obviously always find him well. I think that link up is started to work now, and Timber is causing
Right.
problems in the attack as well. So then something that where it becomes an additional line of attack for us, especially if Declan Rice is playing that attacking midfield role, so he's also coming in that. So we are almost like 5 people, and then Gyökeres being physical, he's pulling people.
This is how we are actually getting unpredictable because, like we saw in the previous slide, Calafiori from the left, it's like moving towards the right, and he's coming up like flanks as well. He's in the attack. He's in the final third as well. Timber is in the final third as well. We have a defensive midfielders in the final was scoring goals as well. Zubimendi scored two. Rice scored in the last game against West Ham. So it's like there's total unpredictability about who is going to be the one who's actually going to be scoring goals because till a certain point it was all our balls were going to just Saka. It was just Saka, and he was like surrounded by like eight players or so, and everyone knew our attack is going to go from there, and it's very different now. So yeah, I think you guys have something to share on this thing on this.
I think we should move to the next.
Yeah, we should move on.
Okay. Zubimendi, 2 goals we have already covered. I mean, TK, go on if you guys have something to share about this form so far in this season.
I mean, I feel he's like the best DM in the league at the moment. Right?
In the market, I don't think there's anyone better.
I think a lot of people had a doubt that they were like, they was talk about how physically he's not as tall as maybe a Rodri or something, but I think in terms of tackles, in terms of his passing range, I think he has shown that he is skillful, not just for Arsenal, but even at Spain. I think for both the teams, he's bringing in that he's a difference maker in a lot of those games. And I think the flexibility between Rice and Zubimendi is something that is good to watch. Both just
the best part about Zubimendi is like he took zero time to adapt to the league. Like there was no chatter about he's a new player coming from Spain, give him time and something. Nothing like that.
I realized there are two players like Rice and Zubimendi who have done that, and it's so for a new team.
Rice was already in the league.
So easily.
Rice was already in the league. I don't think Rice will fall in the same bracket as Zubimendi.
I would just say the reason I'm saying is the price tag pressure is always there, and I want to bring in the Florian Wirtz comparison as well because people are saying that is he a success? Is he not?
Yeah, let's talk about.
It's early. Yeah, it's early, but we put the same pressure on Pepe. I want the same people now talking about in the same manner regarding Florian that they put the same pressure that they put it on Pepe. And Pepe gave us 50 goals in assists, so I'm just putting it out there.
Best not to talk about Florian and Isak. But I saw some posts about people saying that, hey, Isak is we need to give him time to adapt. The guy has been with Newcastle in the same league for like 3 years or so, and now people are saying we have to give him time to adapt. Where is your?
But the same people don't want to give Gyökeres any time.
Exactly. There's no. Gyökeres is like,
how can you give an Arsenal player time, man? It's like a time.
Bro, listener.
But let's be very objective about it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we realistically need to give Florian Wirtz time. I get the whole Nicolas Pepe argument, and I'm with you for that. But we can't be like them.
Yeah.
They're shameless.
I think he's a good player. He's a very good player.
He's a good player.
And even Isak, he's a good player. Of course, he'll come good.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, Liverpool finishers have been ass. So, I
think so far, Ekitike has been the best signing for them, I think.
Yeah.
Amongst all.
And also the most stupid one, no?
Yeah.
I don't know why. What was the point of that?
both are more or less same like Voltemade. Like Ekitike and this thing. I think so. Both.
Voltemade is so good. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. He's so good.
Did you see the penalty?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, that was epic. That was epic.
Yeah.
No, but you also realize that whole red card incident, that t-shirt, that has been the start of that downfall. You know what I mean? That mini crisis. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one. That is Aze's form.
I think I'm pretty happy with the way. I think I put out a tweet as well. Like when Eze and Odegaard were starting together, and it was very good to see that Mikel went with that kind of formation. Mm-hmm. Very sad that Odegaard had that injury and had to come off. But I think that was something, and we could see the already in the first couple of minutes that we could sense that this was an attacking formation, and the opportunity that Eze got, he should have scored. I think that should have been a goal there against West Ham. But the way I think this is bringing the best out of Odegaard as well, that formation. So when we have a low block, maybe that's a formation that we have to look for, where we have somebody like Rice in the deep, Rice or Zubimendi, I don't mind, and then we have both Eze and Odegaard playing together and playing off each other, and that will kind of create a kind of a little bit of a chaos for the opposition to manage both of them, both of these players, and then we leave Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Saka. We give them enough opportunities to score. I think they can express themselves. This is for a low block teams. I think this is what we should do going forward. I wouldn't be surprised. I was surprised that he didn't go for a like-to-like replacement, but I think maybe he was a little bit like he felt that Zubimendi will give it more solidity in the midfield after Odegaard left. Maybe he could have got Veneri, but I think he's looking at the squad depth. I'm very happy that we could afford Zubimendi to come in for Odegaard when he got injured there. Last season we didn't have that. Instead of Nwaneri. Nwaneri is still young, and now they're getting opportunities. They have to earn their opportunities, both Nwaneri and MLS, and that's good to see. But I can see this guy being on the top of the assist list for us. He is good, and he's taking his chances. That what I like about him is we have been goal shy, and this guy hasn't been. This guy is trying. He's making the effort, and it's going to click sometime or other for him. And once he starts clicking, he'll start scoring goals as well.
It's the same with Noni as well. Same logic with Noni as well. Raman, you have
that he went off for like 2 months or whatever. Noni. But again, this did you guys notice Arteta is not just trying to play with the handbrake off, he's also trying new things in the sense that against a team like West Ham, he went for a single pivot of Rice, right? He trusted Rice to make sure that he keeps hold of the midfield all on his own, and then allowed Odegaard and Eberici Eze to take control of the number 10s, like a two number 10s. But then that had this is my feeling that had Odegaard been fit throughout the game, we would have won that game by like easily 5-6 goals.
Yeah.
And again, even that Eze miss last season, I would have worried are we gonna get another chance? Like not in all games, but then in certain games. Here I didn't give a shit. He missed it. I knew we were gonna score, and we did.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of Odegaard was terrific in that Olympiacos game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it was like basically a version of Odegaard that we have not seen all season, but unfortunately he got injured. So
I think this has been a very sad part for us in terms of because so you can see when he's good how good and how he makes the entire team just lift up in terms of the attacking and brings in all the attacking flair that we have. So I think that's something that we'll definitely miss. But I think it's such a good squad depth that we have right now that we have a replacement, and then we have, if we don't have Eze, we also have somebody to replace Eze and get Veneri in, and we can do that. So that's something
like Raman mentioned, we are seeing a shift in a way we are playing. Like Odegaard in that game was basically that. It was some different tactics altogether. Like if we have not seen Odegaard get that creative or make those kind of passes earlier. It was all like short passes or something like that. So anyway. Moving on to the next one, which is right. Guys, now is the topic about Gyökeres. Share your thoughts. You
can already see in this image, you can see that he's taking two players to control him, and that is leaving Saka already out. And this is the same thing happening on other wing as well. Especially, I think when Martinelli came in and he replaced, I think in the Olympiacos game, he came and replaced Saka, and he was playing on the right. There was sometimes that because of this guy's physical prowess and what used to happen with Saka earlier, now it's happening with Gyökeres, and Gyökeres is still able to retain the ball and make. I think his passing accuracy is still low, but still, if he improves that, I think he's going to be in the assist list as well. He's going to create more chances for both Saka and Martinelli to score.
Right.
Hmm.
Raman.
Okay, my thoughts are very simple. Like, I heard a lot of these takes, like, oh, we should play to Gyökeres' strength, we should create chances. The Arsenal creators are not good enough, the wingers are not good enough, Arteta is not good enough, Kroenke is not good enough, whatever the hell, create chances. See, I understand, like, he has a goal scoring background. He has come here, he will score goals. That's something for the future, the near future. But right now, he is adapting to us. He's adapting to the way the team wants to play. Right? He's all I have to say is, I don't think we signed a different type of striker to Havertz, like how even I thought, for that matter, we were doing it, but then we haven't. We have signed exactly the kind of striker that Havertz is, probably with a better finish in him.
More muscle and more pace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I won't really judge the physicality of both these strikers. I don't want to compare them. They're a bit different, and they stretch defenses in their own way. But
Have you seen Gyökeres shoot? Like every single time he takes a shot, it's like it's going to be a missile. I've
yeah,
not
yeah,
seen him.
yeah,
I've not seen him ever try to, just glide the ball to the net. Never. Every single time he's in, like he has the ball and he's trying to score. It's you just know that the goalkeeper has no chance of saving it.
Yeah.
And Havertz does not do that. Havertz is basically in the right spot, and he gets that tap in. He just knows that okay, here is where I'm going to get away, going to get a tap in. Gyökeres does not do that. He relies on his power and his pace more, or to assist that opportunity for someone else to score. So that's something I think so where both profiles are a bit different.
Hmm. They are. But the whole idea of coming in the front line, that physical aspect of everything, what they're doing, essentially their job, I think it's very similar. But anyway, but I believe Gyökeres will score his goals. He will get his chances. And
He
see, look
definitely
at
will.
this
There was
image
just
is apt to
Yeah,
what
there
I'm
was
trying to
this one
express.
instance. Yeah, there was this instance as well in the West Ham game itself. Like Timber won the penalty, and Saka was about to take the penalty, but then Gyökeres, like they had a word with their mouths covered, but Saka said, "I'm taking it," and he just like went on with it. And there was a lot of chatter that Saka is like selfish, and I don't know
But yeah,
what
I
not.
think
But
I want my striker, I want my goal scorer. Saka is the person who's the responsible person for taking the set or for taking a penalty. So I want people to be like that. I want him to be selfish. And I think I remember the similar kind of instance that happened when Kai was going through a rough patch. He was not settling in, and all the fans were behind him, not like against him.
Hmm,
And then Saka gave it to, or I think Martin Odegaard gave it to Kai to score against Bournemouth last season. But that's different case. Here, I think what Saka is indicated. First thing, it was a big moment for him as well. Second thing, I think what he wanted to assert to Gyökeres was that you have to earn it.
right.
You're already been brought in to do this. You have to earn this thing. Right now, Saka is our first number one penalty taker. I think something.
Honestly, I disagree over there. I think Gyökeres is the better penalty taker as compared to Saka because whenever Saka is on the ball, I don't feel the same kind of assurance that this ball is going to the back of the net as what I feel like when Gyökeres has the ball because whenever he has shot, it's like it's basically an unsavable attempt, and Saka has missed quite a few times. So I mean,
I
I
won't I
really
won't
don't
disagree
think.
to it, but I think over the past season, I think he has proved himself to be strong enough to take the penalty. And I want Saka to be like that because I want him to be like having that confidence to do that. Because we have been goal shy as well, like striking, like whenever we are close to goal, we still want to pass the ball into the goal net. That's something that I've seen a little bit shift in terms of all the front three. And I think Gyökeres is going to push further for that. If Saka misses, then Gyökeres can take it. But I think for now, I think we should not change and not have a situation where two people are fighting for the ball.
Right. They shouldn't do a. It was Chelsea, right?
Noni,
Or
Noni. It
yeah,
was Noni
the
Palmer.
Indian Palmer took it, or I don't know. That was a mess. Uh,
He's
yeah,
not even going for it. I just observed that Noni is not even. He knows. I'm not going to get into that here.
Right. Moving
I
on to
think
the next one.
one more thing about Gyökeres is I think we'll see. Imagine Kai is there and Kai is starting and he's there for the first 60 minutes and then Gyökeres comes and runs at those defenses after their 60 minutes in the pitch. Imagine the impact that Gyökeres can create, which I think would have been the original plan, and
Right.
then he's going to terrorize them. And I think we're going to see more goals from him. I think it's too early to judge. I would just say that we have to wait and watch, and we're going to get more goals from him.
Right. Moving on to the next slide. Raman, stage is yours. Please share the link to your in the comments on this thing. It's basically how every club has now become a set piece coach and how clubs are probably going to go the Arsenal way when it comes to set pieces.
So where should I share it? Here. Okay. Okay, I'll just share it.
I have it. Please just share your thoughts on this one. Please just add the link
I
in
was
the
thinking
comment.
more
Yeah.
about the usage of towel as well. That I think you should mention that as well. Like Calafiori being stopped to use the towel, and then next game he was allowed.
Can you share the link? I've shared it with you. Just share it. No, I'm not able to do it on the comment section.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it.
So sorry, you start. What are you saying?
No, I just had one more question on Ricardo Calafiori's towel tussle with the ref. In one of the games, I think Newcastle games, he was stopped from using the towel to wipe the
Mm-hmm.
ball and go in.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a big improvement in terms of how we are. I think this is a change from prior year where we are shooting the balls in. I think something that we again learned from Brentford. Brentford used to do it very well,
Mm-hmm.
creating that also to be a set piece chance. But your thoughts on that?
Yeah, again, I have this notion of, when people like there's been a lot of talk about, how the game has evolved and it has gone to a different level and we are not going back to the old ways, which is absolutely wrong, because what we are doing is we're just bringing some aspects of the old game into the modern game and improving marginally is what we are doing, even with this set place thing, like you said, Brentford, you remember that the game Brentford had played against us, they won. That was their first game back in the Premier League.
Yes.
Who was the set piece coach?
Keith Andrews, I think.
No, Keith Andrews or Nicholas? No, oh, right, Keith Andrews, correct.
Yes.
Correct. Sorry. So Keith Andrews again is using his tactics, like, his methods in the current Brentford team. My thing is, every other team is now using it to their advantage, and it's a good thing, no? Like, there have been a lot of goals scored, and I don't understand why it wasn't used. Now that, like this guy said, uh, we've been like, called dark arts or whatnot, and set piece FC. I just love the fact that we scored those 2 goals against Newcastle and we are set piece FC. I just screamed out of the seat, set piece FC. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is something that will keep on going. We will see more old tactics. In fact, you also see, even in the article, no, that did you share that article?
Yes, we have shared it.
I did share the article in the comments.
Yeah. Okay. So chat, you can read the article, right? So what I've written in that is basically not just the set pieces, not just the long throws or the usage of corners, but also what do you say? Teams are becoming more physical. Teams are recruiting, keeping the physical aspects in mind. Big players, tall players, Gyökeres, Declan
Yeah.
Rice, who can tackle, who can keep the ball, etc., etc. So yeah, I mean, this is the kind of game we are moving to. Some may say we are approaching a different kind of modern era, or some may say we are going a little bit backwards. So it's up to your perception.
I think people who compare Mikel Arteta to Tony Pulis or Sean Dyche, I'm like, they are good coaches. They have good tactics. They have won with teams they made the teams hard to beat. what's wrong with being a Tony Pulis who's hard to beat? What's wrong with being a Sean Dyche? Those are the classic Premier League era managers that we all love watching. Especially when they were going against big teams and their tactics against big teams. Sam Allardyce. And look at a team that they managed and look at the wins they had against a challenging opposition.
Even
Right.
that, even I remember that Sam Allardyce, not Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis time. Stoke were essentially shit when it comes to like attacking the ball or whatever. Right? But then you give them a throw in. There is the Rory Delap. Then there are these other guys. They had this huge that Olsen fellow.
Ryan Shawcross.
Olsen, no, not Olsen.
Ryan Shawcross.
Yeah, Shawcross. I mean, those sort of guys. Like, even at West Brom, they had this big ass defenders like Olsen.
Yeah.
Like, how do you defend them? Like the same way I felt that day Voltemada dwarfed this guy, Gabriel.
Yep.
Gabriel of all people were like, he looks small, yeah. I don't want to like discredit him, but then he looks small. So this is where we're going with this game. I like it. We have foreseen this thing that it may happen this way, and I have a wild take about it. So before I finish this, I have a wild take about it. Like Arsene Wenger, they say he brought about an evolution or a revolution in English football. Do you guys think Mikel Arteta is doing the same thing?
I
Definitely
think
yes.
there are a lot of teams who are going to follow Mikel's approach. I think maybe United already are looking at that approach and trying to replicate it. First thing, the faith in Mikel that the ownership had. Second thing, I think he came with this plan of I have to build brick by brick. Basically, he started from the back. Look at our defense 2017, 2018. It's a big change after Gabriel was signed, after Saliba came in. Look at our defensive unit. We have, I think, not just the first starting level defensive players, but even the backup ones can start. I think such a good defensive unit that we have, such a good goalkeeper that we have, and we have such a good backup goalkeeper now. I think it just makes, I think, building from the back and the way his tactics are there, I think he is going to change the way the game is being approached now. Teams are again started to, I think 2-0 is going to be a new, I think 1-0 was Wenger's, 2-0 might be Arteta's approach.
2-0 to the Arsenal. I love
Yep.
it.
Yeah. So this is done. Moving to the next slide. I think this we can cover in the next stream or something.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of players.
But we
Where
have
was
to give Granit Xhaka a tribute, even.
Yeah, I think we
it?
should.
ensured
It
that
is.
he
We are
ensured that Ruben Amorim stays in the job. I love it.
lol. So I mean, where was that? Yeah. So there is a whole list of players that we probably have to discuss: Hojlund, Van de Beek, Anthony, McTominay, Rashford, De Gea, Dean Anderson. So probably for the next stream.
Yes.
Uh, Moving to the next one, Ratcliffe's comments on Ruben Amorim, which is actually, I think, if you're a fan, you might not like it. If you're a rival, you might feel like, please let him stay.
Again, as I said, I think the model that everybody is now looking at is, we had a difficult patch with Mikel Arteta, and he had a rough
Yeah,
patch, and ESR and Saka, how they kind of rekindled the fire in the team and brought the team back up. I think Amarim, they're trying to do the same thing with Amarim by showing the trust in him. But again, I'm not sure how this is going to go forward because his win percentage is terrible. I think he's not able to. He has a very set piece of notion on how the pitch or how the players on the pitch should be, and I don't think he has the same quality of players right now for his game plan, and he's not willing to change. So that's going to be a
but
struggle.
isn't it like a United problem rather than a coach problem? Because this is the same pattern that has been followed, that has happened over the years, over seasons. We have had exactly the previous point. We had top players joining them, but not clicking for some reason, and they moved clubs, and they have these old forms back again. Alexis Sanchez, for the matter, he was shit at United. He moved to Barcelona again, like not much. Recently, we had the game Sevilla versus Barcelona, and he scored twice. And the way he celebrated, basically, you could see glimpses of the old Sanchez back. So, what if it's like a player and the dressing room problem rather than a coach problem?
I think the problem is if this is the whole situation has come around because initially they in last summer they should have fired Eric Ten Hag and then gave a summer to build his squad to Amarim or whoever the new coach was. Now again they have started the season. They have gone with him. If they again sack him in middle of the season, again it's going to be a challenge for the new man coming in, and we are writing off the season again. So from a season perspective, I think you have to give you have given him the contract for 3 years. Let him do something of it,
Right.
and or you take a decision at the start of the season and then bring a new man in. There are a lot of options that are there in the market. I think for this team right now, I would say they need a strong kind of a manager, like a leader kind of manager, and that somebody like a Simeone maybe. If a Simeone comes in and he gets the same team, he can bring better results out of this.
Fair enough.
Right.
But I read that article, like, Radcliffe says 3 years or whatever, but I don't believe he has more than 3 games. If he loses the next 3 games, he's done.
You
Radcliffe
don't want to
has
do
come and said a lot of bullshit during the summer. If we don't have money, we are gonna go bankrupt and
Yeah,
all that shit.
and
And
they
then
made
spend
the most.
200 million. Okay, so but again, you said something like a minute ago, like they should have sacked Ten Hag and they should have hired a new manager. But if they sack Amorim right now, wouldn't they be committing the same mistake?
Yeah, it's the same mistake again. I would say
Same
that it's the
mistake, no
same.
repeat.
Yeah.
Would you
I'm
rather
saying,
like do this, or would you rather like do a Nottingham first? Nottingham went from being a UCL contender to look at them now. Like they sacked Nuno, and now they have
That
Postecoglou.
I just don't understand what happened there. I think
the
Yeah,
great Postecoglou.
yeah.
yeah. I
I'm
Against
mean,
the
saying
fair
let
man.
I'm saying let Nottingham and Manchester United be. Let them be.
right,
Right?
right.
Let us enjoy whatever their downfall is. But again, I don't think their owners are making the right decision. But then right now they are stuck in a limbo that whether see it's not feasible to like sack a manager and then hire another one in terms of in Forest's case they
Hmm,
they hired no they can't like sack another one. And Postecoglou is not like a cheap guy. No, he's not he won't come cheap. They
right.
have to pay him off. It's not easy in this day and age of PSR.
Anyway, from a owner perspective, I think they are taking the right choice. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one, Marseille. I mean, we can probably discuss this in depth sometime later, but then
Yeah.
I am honestly loving the form that Aubameyang is in and the team in general. They have some problematic characters. One of the name is there on the screen, but in general, though, they have attacking wise, they have been a great team.
I think it's a
Let's
typical.
keep this very short, like maybe a couple of lines and about this. And moving
Yeah.
on to the final topic after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have been like this is how typically a Deserby team plays initially. But again, I want to see the sample size of the games is still too short. Over a period of the entire season, if they can really challenge PSG in the league, then I'll give them some credentials. But I think they are playing that free flowing football which Deserby generally plays. So I'm happy that he's the right kind of a manager for a team like Marseille. He'll let them express, and he has some good players there. So it will be a good team to play against, but a good team to score against as well. A lot of teams will score in the Champions League. I think a lot of teams will score against them as well.
Also, how the mighty have fallen. Look at the opposition. Their
I,
defense used to be like during the time they had Daylight and all that. Their defense used to be like among the best, but well, times change.
no, even after the delete and whatnot era, then they still had like a decent defense. But then now I think they've gone for they've gone out.
Yeah,
They used to be that team that used to like occasionally challenge like a big team in the Champions League or wherever. But now I don't know. These teams, even the Scottish teams, have lost that edge. Dutch teams have
Mm,
lost that edge.
mm.
Right.
But again,
Yes.
this Marseille are actually playing well this season, because last season was when they started warming up to De Zerbi, and this season they're playing well. They defeated PSG as well. Did you see that game? They were
Yeah,
defensively solid.
yeah.
They're so
He's
good
good.
defensively.
I think it was a 1-0 if I'm not wrong, and I think it was like that's what like it's good to see. It's a good manager and team combo actually. I don't know how long can they keep him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Anyway, guys, let's move on to the final topic, which is
Mhm.
an ex-player of ours, our ex-captain, Xhaka, and his recent form with Sunderland. They have Sunderland players are not just the players, the fan base itself is saying that he is probably the best captain they ever had. Thoughts on his form and thoughts on his what arc is that called? Comeback arc, system arc. What do you say?
Come
Like
back up. Yeah.
what he used to be at Arsenal at one point. Like fans were fed up of him. Some fans, I was not. I was always a Jaka fan.
Redemption
You
arc.
can redemption arc, yeah. You can see go through my tweets. I've always been a Jaka fan, but yeah, I mean, it's great to see how he has like turned his you know form around. Thoughts on Jaka?
Hmm. I think for me, he's one of the most important signings of this summer in the Premier League.
Hmm.
In terms of, especially in terms of what Sunderland want to achieve right now, they're in a fantastic vein of form. I don't know how they lost to Man United, but then it's good they lost to Man United. But
Yeah,
again, you see, his, I think his three assists have resulted in winners, or at least a draw, two wins and one draw, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
See the importance.
Sunderland, yeah,
Sorry.
they
So
have
I'm
two
saying,
wins and two draws.
I
no,
think he
no,
has
like
given.
his three assists led to
Uh,
two wins and one draw. Like both, two were winners and one was like an equalizer.
oh,
Correct.
oh, oh, yeah,
So it's very important. Like, forget the goals and assist contribution. Overall, his presence is giving them solid control. Even if you perceive their other players are not up to the standards, he's still able to give them like some control in games. But in the context of what Sunderland want, like last 2 seasons, all three promoted teams went back to the championship. This time it doesn't look like it. I don't think any of those teams are going to go down. That's what I
yeah.
feel.
It
Especially
could be
not Sunderland.
Wolves this time who are getting relegated.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think,
So
but I think overall, I think his the thing that he brings to the team is leadership. I think that's where, and it was a very right call to give him the captaincy band. And
hmm,
of course, we didn't have a great experience with him being a captain, but he was always a leader on the pitch. Even when he was not wearing the band, he's always a leader on the pitch. There's some players who are inherently have leadership qualities. Gabriel Magalhaes is one of them, and Xhaka, I think that is giving that solidity for them in the middle of the park. And again, you can see a lot of Arsenal fans still believe that the place that he left, we still are not able to completely fill it from the contribution that he was giving to our attack, the impetus, and I think that brought the best out of Martinelli as well. So something that we were missing as well in the middle when we didn't have him. Uh, and I think this is
right.
it's not about redemption arc, but he's always that kind of player who would bring something to the pitch. Like he will be that player who you can look up when you're having the chips down. So something that I'm happy that I was like I did not want him back in the Premier League, to be frank, and playing for an opposition. He's too good of a player to be playing for any opposition or rival team. But I think Sunderland got him, and I think they've done the right thing there in giving him the band.
No, but
Right.
again, this thing. One more thing I want to add. Even if many of our fans say that we shouldn't have let him go or whatnot. But to be fair to him, because he left and he achieved whatever he achieved at Leverkusen, and now he's achieving some big things at Sunderland. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. you see, he's created a persona for himself by doing that. As
Hmm.
a
Leader.
like, for example, his reputation has gone like a notch up
Yeah,
because of those two moves, and that's precisely what I mean by saying that, he has done well in his career, and that happened because he left Arsenal. Had he been at Arsenal, had he stayed at Arsenal, maybe, I don't know. I have doubts whether he would have improved his own personal reputation in the game.
true.
Maybe he could have because even he was peaking at Arsenal when he moved to Leverkusen. He was actually in his prime. Like he was playing in his actual position. Like he is not a DM. He is supposed to be a proper CM, a box to box guy. But then, yeah, I mean, when he was just finding his form, like Arteta wanted to get, like Arteta told him to stay for another season, and then he moved to Leverkusen, and Leverkusen had their title winning run. And I think after that, this he's just a late bloomer maybe. That's what we can call him.
I
I
think
think in topics are more or less done.
there's some players like who are like classic Premier League players, Gareth Barry, James
Yeah,
Milner. I think he's slowly getting into that list.
Agreed.
yeah. I think our topics are more or less done. Just one last bit, which is what Ganesh had shared.
Yeah, I think this is something
Uh,
that I just wanted to put in terms of our defensive record across Europe. When I'm saying
yeah,
that we are the best defensive unit, I was just trying to see from an XG against perspective. Again, we have played a little bit more games than both Munich and Milan, but you can see the impact. We are making sure that there are fewer chances against us, and especially in the areas that those chances are being taken is also like well protected. And then this is how a good defensive unit operates. It doesn't let you take chances, and I think that's where we have been good. And I would not be surprised if David Raya again wins another Golden Glove this end of the season. I don't know whether he's the first to win three in a row, but I think he's on the list.
Yeah, but also these two teams, Bayern and Milan, even the quality of the opposition matters, no?
Exactly. And we had such a tough start to the league
Yeah.
this year. And again, Milan, I'm surprised because he's a good goalkeeper, but the Milan team has clicked. I'm just happy that Milan team is doing
Oh,
so well.
they have the ultimate haram ball manager. What are you talking about?
yeah. We are
True,
actually
true.
going to get a Haram Ball derby very soon. Arsenal versus Atletico.
Oh, it'll be brilliant. It's not like a haram ball derby. It's mostly called like a terrorist derby or something. Right?
Yeah,
But we're
that's
playing at home, so I think I'm looking forward to that
No,
game.
okay. One last thing I want to talk about this haram ball nonsense is that, see,
yeah,
there is a distinct difference. Okay, that I've realized, that I've seen. In fact, I mean, if you see Atletico Madrid, right, over the years under Diego Simeone, what he does is he effectively plays a defensive game. It's Our thing is different. Our thing is that
Yeah.
we are structured defensively. Well, like, it's not like we purposely play like in a defensive shape and, defend hard, low block, mid block, whatever. We don't do that. We play a game. It's just that when the transition happens, we have the players to come back and defend it. That's all
Yeah.
it is. This guy
And
is not this guy had those monsters like Savage and this Jimenez or whatnot. You remember that Savage, right? Like he used to
yeah,
get a red
yeah,
card in
yeah,
all the important games.
Milinkovic Savic.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
Milinkovic Savage. What is his name? Stephen Savage.
Defense. But
Not
again,
there
this
anymore.
the same Atletico team. I was seeing the game against Madrid, and they just 5-1. So
Yeah.
you can say all whatever you want in the game that matters the most. They scored goals, so
No,
they are a
no.
dangerous
Now,
team.
see, now over the last 2 years, their approach has changed. They're not like sitting deep on purpose. I'm saying the whole perception of Diego Simeone as a haram ball manager is because he actually used to sit in a low block.
Yeah, he had the team. That's the team that he
He
had.
had the, yeah, precisely.
He had Thomas Partey, he had Koke there, and then they would just sit
Yeah,
back and
and to be fair to him, he won a league. He won two league titles like that. Two league titles, huh?
Man, crazy. But I think okay, this was great. I think we are done more or less. Uh, Concluding statements, anything, or else we should just wind it up.
I think looking forward, I think now I'm going to see Liverpool has Man United next, and we also have a couple of tricky games. But I think I want us to by December. There's a goal that we should be in a clear gap from Liverpool, and that should
Yeah,
be Liverpool and Man City. Again, I'm not ruling out Man City. This guy Erling Haaland is in form of his life, and he's
the
doing
robot
on
robot is
both.
back.
No, but he can be the he can be last season's Liverpool's last season Liverpool's Salah.
Yeah, he
I
can
don't know
be.
if I said it right, but then you get my point, right?
Yeah.
Like he can be that thing. Man City are like I still feel they are everywhere. They're all over the place. But I think Haaland is like very focused and he's getting the goods. He's scoring the goals. So I think he can be their Salah,
Yeah.
is what I'm
Fair
saying.
enough.
But again, as far as we are concerned, I think we should just focus on our next 4 games, which we
Yeah.
should win, given the quality and everything. And if Man United are able to get something out of that Liverpool game, no, I'll be unstoppable on Twitter. I'm telling you,
We
I'm
should
not
we
going to
should
stop.
we're gonna talk soon on that.
Yeah. So, guys, winding up then. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I hope you guys
Right,
had fun. Thank you, Raman and Tanisha, for sharing your views. I hope everyone learned something new or had something interesting to share. We even thank you for the comments as well. We look forward to seeing you guys for the next stream. Do join in, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to our channel, the UnTacticos, and see you guys soon. Bye.
Ciao, guys.
so.